And welcome to another edition of Great British Churches. Today we're at St Martin's Church, Nacton, which is just outside of Ipswich. It is a glorious Saturday. Let's have a look at the church. It's been a church on the site from about the 14th century. We'll have a bit of a look round. Let's have a look around the graveyard first of all. Right, we're a few hundred yards from the side of the River Orwell. Now, we've filmed churches along the river before, but this time we're on the north bank of the Orwell, so a bit of a change of scenery. Really well kept cemetery, and there's some Commonwealth war graves amongst this, and we'll have a look at those in a bit. But yeah, this is now a parish church, but when it was built, it was a memorial church to go with a very big house, which is now a private school next door, which is the Ipswich, no, it's the Orwell School. A lot of work's happened to this in recent times. It's an incredibly well looked after church, actually. Now that is about that, like a garret window. You don't see that very much in a church, still very often. The tower has been described in books as looking like a grain silo. There are bells up there, but they don't ring in the normal way. They're static bells, so you when they're rung, they just hammer on the bell rather than the bell swinging. We'll have a look at this from the inside here, but which really says it's an aisle this side, but if we look down, got steps going down, and there's the family crypt for the big house next door. Let's have a look round. One of the things we remarked on, we just saw the padre as we walked into the church, and something that's just incredible here is the amount of butterflies. There are dozens and dozens of butterflies just everywhere. It's gorgeous. And padre was saying they're very careful when they cut the grass here. They leave it to allow the butterflies. I don't know if you can see that. I can probably see 50 just within a few steps of me. It's just amazing. There's a gateway over there. I don't know if you can see in the corner. I'm not going to approach over there because the school is a boarding school, and you know, there's a very big house which has been converted to a school next door, and that's a gateway there for the school, because the school will still use it because as I say, this was built as a memorial church rather than a parish church. But cracking porch. Let's have a look around the back. We've not actually had a look around here. Isn't that street light just amazing? Now, you'd know from Great British Churches, we are really fond of sort of medieval or later or earlier churches. This one, as we say, is 14th and 15th century. Let's have a look at the tower up there. Gorgeous, isn't it? I don't think it looks like a grain silo. Lovely 15th century window. Let's have a look. I'm very wary, as always, of coming across graves that are quite modern, so we'll keep away from them. There's not many here, to be honest. I'm looking for the headstones that are Commonwealth war graves, but can't see any at the moment. I'll have a look. There's one over there, I think. Oh, there's a couple. We'll leave that and come back. But this is an aisle which was built in the 19th century there, with a little bell tower on top. Even built with a little a little false door there to make it look the part, but we think this is from the 1850s. This church is in lovely order. We'll see. We'll go through now, and then we'll get Mel to take over. As you can see, it is in lovely order. From what the research that Mel has done, the estate with the big house next door, they had their own craftsmen, because it's a colossal building, and they maintained this church themselves until it became a parish church. But as we can see when we go inside, I mean, we've never seen a porch before. like that with glass. That old window there with the headstops on it. Let's go in. It's almost like going through a front door, isn't it? There we go, that's the porch. It is beautiful. Everything here is in lovely condition. This is a really well loved church. Everything is very well looked after. The door, as you can see, we don't know how old that is, but that's many hundreds of years old. Let's enter the church.
Okay, so you're now inside the church, and I think I heard Paul say that this is a manorial church. We had the Orwell Park next door, which was the home of the Vernon family. And then I believe it's down near Nacton Shores, but we've got a little bit of a disagreement about that. Paul thinks it's somewhere else. But I think down by Nacton Shores is a really big red brick house that's been converted into flats, and it's Broke Hall. And that was the family of the Brokes that lived there. So this is their church. So in the 19th and 20th, I do apologise, but I'm suffering here with a bit of a chest infection and sore throat.
That means you can't shout at me, so we're not going to have a domestic today.
I can hit you though.
Ow.
So in the 19th and 20th century, there was a great restoration in 1859 of this church by someone called R.M. Phipston, whose re-roofing was one of his minor disasters apparently, and it was already given the church trouble in 1866. There is no evidence of that roof here now because it has subsequently been re-roofed. The Broke family obviously added their own chapel on this side here.
This is the part we looked from the outside where I said there was an aisle that's been added in the 19th century.
The aisle is on the other side, lovely.
No, but this bit here, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the chapel.
Right, the chapel.
So you can see that we've got here, on the left, we've got a memorial. I'm going to think in a minute, this infection is having my brain out. We've got a memorial to Sir Philip Bowes Vere Broke, Baronet and KCP, Rear Admiral of the Red, who died on the 2nd of January in 1841 in the 65th year of his age. He was an attached husband and an affectionate parent. In his profession, which his grace from infancy, he was ardent and persevering. After a long period of service at sea, his professional skill was signally exhibited. On the 1st of June 1813, when commanding HMS Shannon, he engaged and captured the United States frigate Chesapeake. The wounds he received in action disabled him from further service and occasioned him much suffering, which he bore with Christian resignation. Extract of a letter from the Secretary of the Admiralty, dated the 8th of July, 18... Is that 13 or 18?
1818, I think.
Okay.
1813.
Okay. To Admiral Sir J. Warren, KB, Commander-in-Chief on the North American Station, my lords have before had occasion to observe the zeal, judgment and activity which have characterised Captain Broke's proceedings since the commencement of the war, and they now receive with the highest satisfaction a proof of professional skill and gallantry in battle, which has been seldom equalled and certainly never surpassed. Also Sarah Louise, his wife, daughter of William Middleton, of Shrubland Hall in this county, who died on the 20th of July, 1843, in the 65th year of her age. Now I'm hoping we are going to do the church at Shrubland, because unfortunately the Shrubland Hall is...
It's private.
Well, it is, and it's unoccupied and it's falling down.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a health farm.
It's going to be, it was, but it's going to be under special measures.
Oh dear.
They're hoping that Hilton chain hotels will take it on, and we've got more
memorials
here. But that one is very interesting because that's more about him and his wife seems to be a bit of an afterthought then.
Oh, they're a fighty lot. Look at this High Sheriff Bluff.
They were very much Admiralty. You've got Major General Sir Charles Broke Vere. Here, he was Knight of the Tower and Sword of Portugal, and of several other foreign orders. Second son of Philip Bousbroke, and brother of Rear Admiral Sir Philip Bowes.
Oh my God.
Vere Broke.
Look.
I'm glad they didn't have to write checks there. You imagine having to write and put and sign that.
Just imagine it, can't you? Yes, because I'm Rear Admiral, 3rd Command.
Sir Philip Bowes Vere Broke, Baronet KCB. He passed through a long and distinguished military career in different parts of the world, and having received from his sovereign various marks of distinction for his conduct in the field during the war in Spain under the Duke of Wellington.
Yeah.
And in the campaign of Waterloo, in the former of which he was severely wounded at the assault of Badajoz?
Yep.
Is that it? How are you pronouncing it?
I think so, yeah, because you've got one over here. You've got one here we've got Sebastopol, which is obviously, well, that's in vogue at the moment, isn't it? Because Sebastopol is the Crimea.
Okay.
The Baltic, Jean d'Acre.
You're more war than I am. So.
Served at Navarino, 1827.
So go on then, Paul. Where's Navarino?
I don't know. I know where the guns of Navarino are. No, that's
the guns of Navarone.
Good song, though.
I don't know much about war history, but I do know that.
Well, they've got a chap up here in 1804, 1855.
Sir Philip Broke Bart. I don't know what Bart is.
We're looking at posh people today. There's not many ordinary folk would have been in here. But
Yeah.
as you can see by the church, I just want to show you the ceiling, because in here you can see it. I'm going to go up. Let's have a look. Look at that. American redwood.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. The whole church has been done in it. I think you said, Mel, about 1906?
Yes, I think, yeah, 1906. Well, in 1906, the church was actually closed for 2 years. And that was when there was a major reordering done here under the direction of Charles Hodgson Fowler. He was an architect who is better known in the north of the country rather than down here in East Anglia. He added the the north aisle. I do apologise. I can't believe what I've got. It's really out in my brain. So he added the aisle, which is to our left.
Over here.
Yeah. And he also put in the organ chamber there.
Yep.
And there's a vestry, which I take it is up there.
It's up there.
There.
Yeah. Look at that. Got a grand piano in a church. You don't see that very often.
You don't. I didn't notice that.
And look at the ceiling. I mean, it's all done in redwood. You can imagine this place being closed for 2 years. The work is exquisite.
Also, they put in a new floor. So you've got like planks here. And you've got
beautiful stone.
Stones in the aisles.
Now, we visit churches and cathedrals all over the country, and this is one of the few I've ever walked in and like to watch where you're going before you go head over heels and do yourself an injury.
It is. Did you show them the crypt door outside?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
That is underneath that bit over there we just stood, which you call a chapel.
Yeah.
I'm going to head that way.
Okay, Madonna.
Look at the floors. There's little bits and bobs that sort of go back to sort of suggest what the place. By the front door there is a water. Oh, I've got a finger in the way. A water stoop there by the door.
Today, so he's having to hold
this is it. The washing line's left at home. Can't do it. It's got me pants on it today. They're out drying. It's a lovely, hot, gorgeous July day.
Me, you don't want to see his underpants.
We'll go back and get it, and we'll screw the camera on the end of it.
Yeah, please do. They should be dry. Oh, look what's on the windowsill.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that. Oh, in bronze.
Isn't that
look
beautiful?
Look at that, gorgeous.
This is a wall.
No, it's not. It's all the padres.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in vaults beneath. These are William Henry's son. Oh no, these are Brokes. You see, one of the things, if we look at the stained glass...
It is all Brokes on here, isn't it? It's their family tree.
Is it very naval? 1803. The glass, this is... I need to be... Can you hold the camera out so I can get some of the...
Yeah, oops, I've got my finger in the way here. I don't know if we're going to be able to, I don't think you see that, but you got dates like up here, 1545. And that was, oh.
Well, we laugh at it now, but it was very important, especially in the 18th and 19th century, for families to have some sort of pedigree.
Yeah.
That was as important as the money and the wealth.
Yeah.
More important in many ways.
Well, a lot of times, you know, we sort of know that there was arranged marriages going on. And there was, and that was to secure the pedigree. You think about Queen Victoria, she had, what, 9 children? And they all married overseas royalty.
Keep it going. If you look, Broke and Parkett, Broken Maters, Broken Hamish, Broken Bowes. This is telling you how this family is, what it's married into. I mean, there's 2 little niches in here. I'm not sure. I think they're looking at the stone. I think they've been reworked.
They've been added. But if you hold that, my darling.
Yeah, now coming.
And then I can have a look at my paper. Yeah,
let's have a look at. So we've got there's 2 things here, but look, if you look at the piscina and just look at the stone around and at the bottom of the piscina, I don't know if it's coming out on camera, but obviously that is going back. That's an early part of the church. We've got a nice 19th century pulpit, chancel arch.
We've got a Stuart holy table up the top.
Oh, anything else, Stuart?
But when you think about it, we see a lot of things that are Stuart pulpit,
very
Stuart
dark
holy table. But it is very dark. Can we put the flash on somehow?
I don't know.
But we see Stuart holy table, Stuart pulpit, because when the country went from Catholicism to Protestantism,
Anglicanism, I think is the word.
Yeah. They ripped out anything to do with the Catholics, so they got rid of the high altar and they put in a pulpit. And this happened in the Stuart period.
Yeah.
And the Stuart period is not just 1 decade, it's
a long time.
It is a long time. And just look at that lancet window up there.
Yes, yeah, look at that. I can't actually see it much on the camera. Oh, I'm wondering whether... we're back. Hang on, let's have a look. We're back in here. Here's the altar. There's the east window. And there we go, lancet window. I don't know why we went into darkness for a bit there. It's a bit like... But we're coming into light. We're coming into light because Boris is going.
Paul, that there's a window here. Now, you're an expert on this.
Am I?
Yes.
What am I expert on?
Medieval glass?
Yes, yeah, there's a little bit remaining up there. I would say, if it's not medieval, it's very old.
Yeah.
It's got quite a bit of detail on it as well, which is unusual.
Yeah, you've got like what is it? We've got a torch, a flaming torch on the right. Possibly on the left as well.
But let's remember, this is a manorial church. That ceiling, that lovely redwood ceiling, and this beautiful stonework, this is top of the shop stuff, because here was a family with a lot of money.
But also, when they were redoing this in 1906 to 1908, a lot of the workmanship was done by the staff from the local estate, which is next door.
Which is a huge, great stone building in itself.
Exactly. So they would have had farmers, joiners, carpenters, plasterers, whatever.
Yeah.
And Mr. Vernon next door would have said, right, I don't want you working on this today, I want you to go next door and do the church. Now you look in the corners.
Yes, I'm now going down there.
Those arches, look. Just how
the work in that's incredible.
Put in.
But,
and it matches up with the arcades.
Yes.
To your right.
And here, if we look at here, the stonework. So it's all been renewed.
This is an old church with a Victorian ordering in it.
But it's done nicely. I like it. It's still got its purpose. Yeah. Oh, look, a little window up there for a sanctus bell.
Yeah.
Going back to Catholic times.
Up there so that the priest or the vicar can see the bell ringing, because it's rung at a particular point within the service.
In a Catholic service.
And this one.
Yeah, is it still used?
I believe so. Please put a comment in the box if I've got that wrong, but I believe that it is still used today, or it can be. I don't think it's actually in a service today, but I don't think it's that right for the... I don't think it's specific for Catholicism. And
we mentioned about that door up there, didn't we? In the
did we?
In the bell tower, you said that it was the storage for the village valuables, or
we've always assumed that a door going into a bell tower was to get access to the bells, but it should probably is. But also, it was to store the church and the village valuables. Now, with a church like this, I can imagine there's quite a bit of valuables. You've got your chalices, your communion sets.
Mm.
You've got money.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been rent and
we're hardly an hour away from the river down below us. So if somebody came in by water and wanted to have a raid, don't forget this church was built about 1400 and something. So
now I just want to bring your attention to the font.
Hello, font.
Now it's a 15th century font, and we've got shields, 4 shields on this. Now if you have a look at this one here,
I'll have a look at that one there.
That's the east one.
Yeah.
And you can see it's got instruments of the Passion.
Okie doke.
Now to go on, you know, if you could go north.
North.
That
way.
Keep going.
I'm going. Hello.
You've got the cross of St. George.
Yep.
See, so you've got the angel, you've got a cross. Now if you keep going to the west.
Don't keep pushing me.
Oh, keep moving.
We've got a cow there with...
We've got a dragon.
Got a dragon.
And then we have got the sacred monogram.
Yes.
Okay. Now if you can go to the south.
I'm going to the south.
And you're going to tell me what the emblem is.
The emblem is... Ooh, and it's not been chiselled away.
Go on, what's the emblem on the shield?
It's the Trinity.
Well done.
See, I'm getting good at this.
You are getting good at this.
Well, I wonder what he was up to down there for a minute.
Yeah, I think he's trying to fight to shut a golfing umbrella.
It's a didgeridoo.
But you see you've got all these dragons here.
But it's funny, isn't it? Because here we've got the Trinity. Now, we talk a lot in these videos about iconoclasts, and Parliament sent people around to take away images, and this one survived. I think it survived because the family here were big and powerful, and they go, get out of our church, F off.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to confess something here, because when I was looking at this, it says that around the shafts you've got lines alternate with wood roses. Now, I thought that was a flower.
Right, what's a wood rose?
But looking at these, I think that's what these people are in the
Yeah,
middle.
I wonder what he was up to there. He looked like he's had a lovely lunch, doesn't he? But
I think it's a woman and she's pregnant.
not with a beard like that.
All right, fair.
Look. Oh, I've got a big stick. Right, let's have a... This one looks like Neptune. I don't know what the big stick's about, but...
You know the altar you thought was the Stuart Holy table?
Uh-huh.
It wasn't.
What's that?
No, it isn't. It's
Where is it?
there.
That there?
Chapel.
Oh, right, it's in the chapel. It's over there. It's a Stuart table.
We do make mistakes.
Because we do. We're human.
We are human.
We're human. Look at the steps going up to the font.
Well, these were recut in one of the restorations.
Brilliant. Let's have a look up here. George Marcus Tomlin Prettyman. What a beautiful picture.
Now there's a tablet, I think we sort of skipped past it, it's in the chapel, and it's for Major General Sir Charles Robert. Now you'll be interested in the hymn, Paul.
Yeah, what is that?
He is the brother of Sir Philip Bowes-Verebroke, who commanded the Shannon. But Sir Charles, he served in the Peninsular War and was appointed quartermaster by Wellington during the Battle of Waterloo.
Good Lord. So here's the one you went to get your new boots. Oh, it's got these lovely pulley things here, that ringing sequence. So you got 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4. Let's try it.
No.
What?
No, they don't ring.
Oh, okay.
They are hung dead. They don't ring.
I was going to do... Do you know what I was
No.
No. I was going to do, please like and subscribe and ring that bell.
No, they're hung dead. And they're hung dead for a reason, which normally means that the tower is not secure.
Yeah, don't let them crashing down your head. They're 400 weight each.
Right.
Right then. We're going to have to go back.
You want to come over this way?
I'm coming over this way, yeah. Oh,
So,
look at this.
is that the large tablet that's got Admiral Edward Vernon?
Let's have a look. Yes, it is.
There we go.
Right, I'm going to do it. Don't forget, you can always press the little 3 buttons in the thing, slow it down and read it for yourselves.
Or you can press pause.
Or you can press pause or... Whoa! He took the portobello. Do you know the portobello?
This is the camera shining on that because you're
Yeah.
lowering it.
It is. My arms are getting on. We need the washing line.
We do. We're going to go home and get it. We are literally 5 minutes away from our house here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's lovely. So today we're hoping that this is going to be the first of 5 churches. So, go on then.
1756, Vernon. If you know the name, if you're British, you might recognise the name of Vernon. And if you don't, pool your knowledge. There's a clue in that. Right.
Yeah, but we don't know if it is the Vernon.
Yeah, they're from round here.
Okay.
Chieftains. Oh, God, it's just too much. It's a big hoo-ha and praise for this guy. Hello, the body of Sarah Vernon.
Yeah.
She got fed up, her neck got stiff reading the monument. That's what it was. Right.
Yeah, but you see how much is revered for him.
Yes.
And there's very little about her, like the one
Oh,
in the Broke Chapel.
Well,
It was all about him doing this great walk, him having this letter. You know, there's nothing really.
And it's gorgeous with this rug and that here. So you've got Sunday school. It's beautiful, isn't it? Sacred memory of the Right Honours Alice Vernon, Countess of Shipbrook, Viscountess and Baroness Orwell of the Kingdom of Ireland, who died the 23rd of September 1808 in the 78th year of her age. That's no age, is it?
Right, you're missing the stained glass window.
No, I haven't. I have filmed the stained glass window from the 1930s, yeah.
Right. It is a curiously old-fashioned one with figures of the Sower. The middle one is the Good Shepherd, and then obviously we've got St Martin, which is what the name of this church is, so that's his dedication. And it's to the glory of God in loving remembrance of Ernest George Prettyman, Priory Councillor, born November 13th, 1859, died November the 26th, 1931. This window is given by his wife and children. Now, Prettyman is quite a popular name in Ipswich, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The detail on that window is absolutely stunning.
I'm just going to go and walk up to this one because...
Well, that window is
1920.
by a manufacturer called Christopher Charles Powell, the one with the Sarah on it. The next window, the centre light is by Claydon and Bell.
Yeah, it's different style.
You've got St George in 1907, to which 2 lush archangels were added in 1920.
Yeah, there they are.
And they're labelled Victory. Well, St Michael is labelled Victory, and the other one, St Raphael, is labelled Peace.
If you think of the date of 1920, you're just after the First World War, and this church, like all others, is just full of memorials to ordinary folk from the estate or from the village who gave their lives.
Right Honourable Francis Vernon,
78.
Earl of Shipbrook,
Yeah.
Viscount and Baron Orwell of the Kingdom of Ireland, who died the 15th of October 1783 at age 68 years after a painful illness, which he bore with uncommon fortitude and
resignation.
Thank you. He married Alice, the daughter and heir of Samuel Ibbotson. I've heard that name today, Ibbotson.
Ibbotson, yeah.
By whom he had 3 sons who all died young. This monument was erected by James Gladwell Vernon, Esquire. His testamentary heir as a small tribute of gratitude and affection.
Got more windows.
So,
That's beautiful.
this one is the Blessed Virgin and obviously Christ in her arms. And it's 1905 and it's by Kempen Tower. And you can see an emblem of them in the oak leaf border somewhere.
Let's have a look. There's the oak leaf borders. If you spot it, drop us a... I can see it.
That.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, down there.
Yeah.
Bottom left, just off her right shoe.
Yeah.
Under the oak leaves. Oh, we've got another one here. Here lieth. They don't just lie, they lieth. The body of Thomas Hewitt, MD, a younger son of John Hewitt. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Also, oh, God, blimey.
And he was a doctor, Thomas Hewitt, and his son was also rector at Bucklesham Church.
Ah, right. Look at the size
And
of
their
that
souls, it is hoped, were carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The reader is urged to remember his own sinful condition and Gastrell's Christian Institutes or Mapletoft's Principles and Duties are recommended as supplementary reading.
Oh, okay. Right, we'll do that.
So if you can find out what they are, do Google it. There is something about it.
Yep. I think we're done in here now.
I think we are.
Here we go. If we didn't see the altar table, sorry about that. The camera we went dark for a moment, but
yeah, but that's not the Stuart
just like
altar
that,
table.
just like that window, the country's coming into the light, right? Yeah. So
that is not the Stuart altar table.
No, it's over here. Walk this way.
And we've just got the image leashes.
I'm joking. Yep. Oh, sorry.
He's run off.
I've run off. I'm coming back. Hang on a minute. I was having a job looking at that.
They obviously had statues,
bright.
probably of St Mary and St Martin, who this church is dedicated to.
There's a lot of badges in that window.
Yeah.
Here is the Stuart table. That's good, isn't it? You can get one of them in IKEA.
Is there any Cena in there?
No. No, because this was built after.
That is very true, yes.
Yeah, it's built long after. Should we wind this one up then now?
I think so. I think we've seen everything there is to see here.
So this is St Martin's Church, Nacton, near Ipswich.
Yeah.
And we're going to go home, pick up the washing line, so it's a lot less jiggly on the next one. Yeah. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye for now.